This is my paternal great-great-grandmother, Ana Maria. Next to her is her second husband, Juan Cantu. Ana Maria's first husband was Amador Guerra. They were both born in Mexico. A story has been told that Amador rode with Pancho Villa's army. He was the paymaster for the troops. One night he was robbed, shot, and died. My great-great-grandmother fled to Austin by train with her 2 babies in fear that the children may be taken by the Guerra family, whom were Spaniards. In the center of this picture, you will see my mother's dad, Antonio, who is Ana Maria's and Amador's son. He was 8 years old. His younger sister, Maria Alicia, is sitting to his right. These are the 2 children that were born in Mexico and fled to Austin. I never had a chance to meet either of my grandfathers. I was very glad to have found this black and white picture of my mother and her family. My mother and her sisters were all born here in Austin, Texas. My family still gets together for holidays and at least once a month to celebrate 1 or more birthdays. You see, we have grown to a family of now 23, and we still seem to be growing. That's me being held by my abuelita. My Aunt Josie is my father's older sister, who helped raise him. This side of my family is where I learned how to cook. I learned from my aunts how to prepare our traditional New Year's buñuelos, enchiladas, arroz con pollo, and picadillo. My abuelita was engaged at 13. When my grandfather Juan returned from the war, she was married at 16. They wanted a large family and had 7 daughters and 2 sons, which has now grown into the picture you see on the right. This is most of her offspring. I was born in Austin, Texas on August 31st, 1973. I grew up in a very loving family. My family includes my dad, mom, myself, and my younger brother. Our parents taught us at an early age about respect and values, and how you should always treat everyone around you the way you would like to be treated. This has been passed down through our family and our very strong Catholic upbringing. Growing up, I attended the same Catholic school my mother went to, and now my children attend the same Catholic school. This is also where I work. I can say that I hope the values I learned while growing up in school, as well as what I learned from my parents, will stay not only with me, but my children as they grow. My younger brother Jojo has always been a loving character. I can remember growing up and watching out for my little brother. He's not so little. 6'8" is pretty tall. Who would have ever thought of meeting their future husband at the age of 12? Well, I did. We met at a baseball game in Austin. We grew up in separate cities. But it wasn't too long after he graduated high school that we decided to get married. We've been married now for 16 years. I was fortunate enough to have my grandmother Celia attend our wedding. She not only was able to see her only granddaughter walk down the aisle, but she watched all but one of her grandsons wearing tuxedos. Her youngest grandson was born a few months later. In 1998, we had our son Robert, and in 2000, we had our daughter Celia. These 2 are the loves of our life. I am currently pursuing my teaching degree, and I hope that everything I've witnessed and experienced will have a great impact on me as I venture out and begin teaching. I will continue to use my mother's advice and our Christian values to treat others with respect, to share with others, and also to learn from others around me. By setting this example, I hope my children understand anything in life is possible with faith, love, and hope. I hope you've enjoyed listening about my family's history and how I was raised. I would like to thank Anita Garcia, my mom, for helping provide photos, my aunt, Ann Becker, for helping me with my family's history. The classical Bach prelude music was provided by Photo Story 3, and the narration was provided by myself, Judy Garcia-Bigger.